Cardamom goes well with caraway, with coriander, with cumin, with ginger, with saffron, and paprika. And we use cardamom a lot also for, beside the oatmeal, use it for pastries. When I do my pastry, I went to pastry chef school. So when we use pastries, we use a lot of, I used to make the eclair and everything, we put on a little bit of cardamom and things like that. And yes. So ice cream, they use the vegan one. And yes, yeah, yes. The spice cakes also. And the korma, Indian korma. Have you tried Indian korma also? And so you put cardamom. And korma is an Indian dish. Sweet potatoes, butternut squash also is great. Okay? Cardamom, butternut squash, and sweet potatoes and carrots, anything that is sweet, cardamom goes well with. Try it. All those things is not in vain. I hope I don't spend my time in vain here. So try those spices. Go to your Indian store. I don't know where you go to find spices. Go there and look for the spices that you never used before. Try, have an open mindset. Yes.
So on butternuts and sweet potato, do you just sprinkle it on? How do you?
Okay, so I will show you the secret how to use it. But otherwise, you can. They have like the powder one, the powder, cardamom powder. You can use a pinch of it. Cardamom goes a long way. So whenever you use cardamom, use it sparingly. Don't the part it won't be as overwhelming if you use the pod, 2 sweet pod in one dish. But if you use the powder, I will use like a quarter or even 1/8 of a teaspoon for 4 people. So I will not go a lot because it will overpower your dish and you can do nothing to change that after this. But try it anyway, okay? So this one, we do not have it. I forgot to bring it. Saffron. Saffron is the most expensive spice. Why? It takes about, how many, I can see, 50,000, 80,000, yes. It takes about 80,000 roses to make what? 5 pounds. And after you make the 5 pounds, you process it and it will give you 1 pound of saffron. That's why it's so expensive. And you see the backbreaking work there, those ladies on their knees the whole day picking up saffron. You cannot do it with mechanical methods because it will destroy the saffron, because of the stigma of the flower. So you have to go through this way. And the countries that use the most is Spain. Spain, what is the traditional dish for Spain? Paella. Paella. So Spain is very, they use it for their paella. France use it a lot for their sauce, okay? And saffron gives, besides turmeric, saffron gives this yellowish color. So whenever you use saffron, you have this yellow color. And it is used with anise, cardamom, and nutmeg, and fennel, and rose water. Saffron also is good for weight loss, and also it is also good for fighting cancer. Personally, I love to use saffron when I make my rice. When I make a Spanish rice, I'll put some saffron in it. It will change the color of the rice, but it gives a subtlety. Saffron there is no flavor like saffron. Saffron have a subtlety that is incredible. I wish I have it here. It's just awesome spice. It's expensive, but you don't have to put a lot in it in your dish, and it will last for a long time. And so look for some saffron, okay? My rice dishes, but also the butternut squash you mentioned there also. Okay, let's move on. I have other things I want to show you quickly. This one, what is this one? Okay, have you tried some? Do you like to try some? Okay, go ahead. Yes, but I will suck it. You don't eat it, I will suck it. Huh? It's woody. If you are courageous, you can eat it, yeah. So you have a licorice flavor, correct? And it tastes sweet. And if you, of course, the woody part is pungent if you eat the woody part, okay? So China and Vietnam have you tried pho? Anybody try pho? Pho? Have you tried pho? It's a very popular dish. Have you tried? Okay. Yeah, okay. So the main one is they put star anise, okay, and pho, okay? So what did you use star anise for? Where did you use star anise? Have you ever used star anise? Anybody? Literally? In Chinese food, yes. The curry today has star anise. Yes?
Rice.
Rice, yes, rice. Red cabbage, yes, also. And soups, yes. Any other place? When you make apple cider for the holidays, huh? You put some star anise. You do put some star anise, isn't it? Yeah? And cookies, yes, star anise also. And also rice pudding. Rice, how do you call sweet rice? Yes. Sweet rice, you put star anise also. How many like sweet rice? Yeah, okay. Star anise, yes. Star anise antioxidant is good for insect repellent. Also fight viruses and flu. Also aid and protect your digestive system. And also reduce respiratory congestions. Okay. Let's say you make a curry. Let's say you make a curry. What do you do with your spice? You put it straight into what? Your liquid.
Yeah.
You put it into your liquid. Some toast it first. Yeah. At the end. Some put it at the end. Okay. At the end, what you want to put at the end? When you use herbs, there is 5 herbs. There is few herbs that you need to put at the end. Remember this. It's the mint family. Basil. Do not put your basil as soon as you start cooking. Only 5 to 10 minutes before you finish. Basil, mint, parsley, dill, tarragon. Those are the herbs that you want to put at the end, okay? Any other herbs? But there is herbs you can put in the beginning, like sage, like bay leaves. Rosemary, correct. Sage, bay leaf, thyme, and rosemary. Okay? When you do beans, for example, there is spices that will help you to release, to prevent any gas also, okay, for your beans. What are they? Do you know? Sage and bay leaves. Sage and bay leaf. Okay? And also, when you do beans, do you soak your beans first? Always soak your beans first. Make sure you soak it first, because what will happen? There is a toxin called lectin, and when you soak it first, after you wash, you rinse the beans, and this toxin is gone. That's why you have problem to digest your bean if you don't soak it first. Okay? And the water actually is really good for your flour. Yes.
But what happens if you don't?
If you don't soak your beans, what will happen? It will take how long to cook it?
8 hours. 7 hours.
It will take some time, a long time, 5 long time. And if you don't, you are much more prone to digest the beans, okay? And there is most likely you have some gas with this, yeah.
Our family, we usually cook them in the crock pot for 8 hours while we're sleeping overnight.
Yeah,
We
yes.
wake up to
Yeah.
freshly cooked beans, and
Yeah.
we've never had
Okay,
digestive
because you put it in a crock pot. Nowadays, the system, the crock pot. But before the crock pot, is it the special one? How do you call this? The chili cooker. Yeah. Most people I met, because you used to it. Now you've been a vegan for eating beans, but the common people do not eat beans a lot most of the time. Yes, and so therefore it's best to soak it. And there is always this toxin that you want to take, and it doesn't get destroyed with heat. Yes, go ahead.
How about the hot pots? I mean,
Yeah,
you
the
can
hot
use
pot.
them so
Yes,
quick now.
yes,
You can cook them
yes,
in 25
yes.
minutes.
It is true. And I'm wondering also if we can still go to soak it, but there is this toxin still there. Yeah, yes, it's good to soak it. Yes.
We soak it and then we freeze them.
Yes.
And then as we need them, we put them in the pressure
Yes,
cooker.
yes. There
Or
is this
slow
method
cooker.
also. You freeze them, and it will actually the process will go faster to cook also by freezing it also. if
One
you
of the
can.
things that I learned is that you soak them, freeze them, and when you freeze it, it releases the starch in the bean that causes the digestive
Yeah.
problems.
Yeah.
And then when you're ready to cook them, you bring them to a very hard boil for 10 minutes,
Yeah.
and you can see the foam and stuff
Yes.
just coming
Yeah.
off the beans.
So
and
that's
then
a good thing.
Dump that off
Yes.
and then start
And so-
cooking.
Okay, you guys hear that. Okay, now, when you use spice, the best thing to do is to, let's say, I will take an example of a curry example. I will saute the onions. I put some olive oil or some smart balance or vegan butter. Saute it with the onions, and I will put my spice straight in. I will put no liquid at all. The moment you put water, your spice, and you put your spice in, it will not release the oil as much. You lost about 90%. So 10% of your spice will you get, okay? So therefore, you want to toast it first. Okay, I have here some cardamom. I'm going to, and if you have like powdered ground spice, I will use the whole spice first, toast the whole spice first, and then add your ground, because the ground will burn faster, okay? So I put some cardamom here. Okay, fennel, I put some fennel there. And coriander. And I'm going to put a little bit of star anise. Okay, do you have one? Yeah, no, it's not this one. Okay, when you find it. Okay, so we're going to stir this. Can you smell it here? No? Nobody can smell it yet? As soon as you start smelling it, then you stop, okay? And you want to stay there. I know many people, especially ladies, who are multitasking, you do or something else and everything, and before you know, oh, it's burned. So you want to straight away. Don't try to save this. Straight away and start again. Okay, so you want to stay there. So, and I start to smell it. You start from a hot skillet, okay, first. It's induction, so I better not pull it out, otherwise stop working. Okay. And I use a mortar. You can use a coffee grinder, or you can just leave it just like this and put it into your food, okay? So just for the purpose of the demonstrations, let's toast a little longer. And you're going to hear some pop. I hear it, but I don't know if you can. You can hear it? Like popcorn.